Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of your weekly dose of Terraform. My name is Anton Babenko, and as often, I'd like to continue working with Terraform AWS modules and fix some things here and there, and maybe answer some questions if you have any. So, to get started, let's just introduce ourselves. I already told who am I, and I explained what I do. So, if you can hear me well or you want to say where I'm from, please leave comment and tell me if you can hear me well because maybe something is misconfigured. But yeah, as often, if you have any questions about what I'm fixing or what I'm doing now, please let me know because I'm interested in making these live streams as relevant as possible. And we have approximately 1 hour, so that should be plenty of time for us to figure out what is Terraform AWS modules, how to fix certain issues, and so on. So please provide feedback because it really helps me to figure out what is interesting and yeah, and what I should be focusing more. Okay, so let me start with a couple of things. First one is officially AWS started mentioning serverless.tf project inside of their developer tools. So if you go to serverless homepage and then read getting started and see what kind of frameworks are available, you can see like SAM and CDK, obviously by AWS, as well as serverless framework, which many of you may have heard about. And also they put serverless TF as open source framework for developing, building, deploying, and securing serverless applications and infrastructures on AWS using Terraform. So this is pretty cool because, well, there are many users of serverless TF projects and Lambda modules alone is heavily used. But now AWS realizing that this is more than just my hobby project, which I make just for fun, and there are actually users, and I'm not gonna to stop working on it in the near future. So they take it seriously. So that's really good. Also, they added, um, well, they not added, but they updated list of other frameworks, Chalice, which is framework for building serverless application in Python. I got some inspiration from that one in the past, and also Arc codes and Claudia JS, which I don't know if it's still in development or not, but it is still there. So yeah, I think it's a pretty big deal, and I'm glad that AWS finally realized it and they mention it officially. So yeah, I'm glad. Okay, for those who don't know what is serverless TF, I already explained what it is. Um, and I think in the near future, I'd like to get a bit more feedback from users what they want serverless TF to be. Because I over a few years, I got feedback from people that they were confused that it says framework, but they expected to have some sort of CLI which they can easily run, and yeah, apparently it's not CLI. So that's what I can tell you. It's collection of Terraform AWS modules and structured approach and reasoning how to deal with serverless application on AWS. So if you can read this very brief section of like 4 points, what is it? And you still have questions, or if you want me to help you with, please reach out to my company, which is Better Job. And yeah, I will be glad to support and to consult and do custom development. Also, yeah, also these modules are available and supported. You can go to repositories and see examples and so on. Yeah, so please let me know if you have any feedback. Oh my God, it's already 2024 and I need to update it. Yeah, that's pretty much what I should be doing. Updating year in the footer. Okay, another project which I'd like to highlight again is Weekly TF, Terraform Weekly Newsletter. This week there was episode number 162, and I want to say big thanks to Walter, uh, which is sponsoring this Terraform Weekly Newsletter. And for those who don't know what is Walter, it's on-premise. No, sorry, not on-premise. It's what is it? Cloud provider uh, with yeah, with similar set of services for um, yeah, for compute, for storage, for networking, and so on. So you can build uh, your own solutions using the offerings. They have quite a lot of different offerings, and they have also uh, different integrations and different programs available for companies of different sizes. Also, they have Terraform Provider, which supports most or maybe even all of the products. So if you are interested in using that, uh, check it out. Go to walter.com, or you can go to click on this link, and then you will get 30 days for free if you use it through this link. Yeah, so check it out if you're interested. And again, thanks Walter for supporting Terraform Weekly Newsletter. Also, there were a couple interesting articles related to Terraform testing by Matthias, and also one article by Konstantinos, who is kind of referring to one of the first article which I have heard, or not article, Armin Koralic. I met him in 2018, I guess, and it was his talk at HashiConf in Amsterdam, where he was talking about uh, how to structure Terraform code and so on. And it was so long time ago, so that content definitely required some update. So this is what Konstantinos wrote. Yeah. So in general, I encourage you to go to Weekly TF, sign up, leave your email, no spam, and you will get decent information every Wednesday. Cool. Hello, Dan. Hello, Vyacheslav. Cool. Great to see you guys. And thanks for joining. So let's do some Terraform live coding. I guess that's the most interesting part for uh, most of us, at least here. Okay, so let me first walk through different issues which I have lined up for today. And maybe you can tell me which of these issues are uh, not so relevant, or you want to fix something else. Again, feedback is essential. Without feedback, we'll be doing something what excites only me, or I'll just find a random issue and fix it. Yeah, maybe you want a bit more specific. So let's look what Denise Havresh opened pull request, extend self-management policy to read account summary in IAM module. Well, it's pretty straightforward. What he's doing here is that he is adding a couple read operation to get account summary and list account aliases. Yeah, sounds very obvious. Sounds like no-brainer. Which module was it? Which module was it? Was this one? So I just want to put it inside of inside of this comment so that it's easy to refer to it. Let's approve this one because there is nothing to be done. Mm. And for some reason it's complaining. Why it is complaining? No space left on device. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, that's pretty interesting. So we have uh, so many folders we need to run this into. So, oh my God, it's already out of space in GitHub Action. I think it's like 10 gigabyte or maybe less. Yeah. Anyway, this is a problem which has to be fixed, but um, let's see where exactly it can be fixed. Right, pre-commit Terraform 174. Let's take a look into this one. So pre-commit 174 was very long time ago, right? 174. No, 174. What? Pre-commit Terraform 174. Pre-commit Terraform 174. Why it is so ancient? No. What is 174? Where it is even coming from? It should be 185. Or even the thing here is that if we use this 187, this is when guys added support for parallelism, which should be enabled by default in order to run things quicker. Yeah, so this is a good idea to fix it, but it will not fix the problem of of um, of it running out of space. Just trying to remember where was this comment. Let's see the comment. Right, yeah, I remember where was it. Okay, so inside of Terraform, if we look into main, not 1.7, but which is 1.8, or if we look into main, right, so here there was something like cache global plugin cache. I think this is it. So in 1.8 there will be a support for possibility to cache to have some sort of cache to avoid situations where we download identical copies. So normally we need to download it and put it into plugin cache directory and use it from there so that we don't download it anymore. And that's exactly what was provided. Provider can now implement no provider. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's not so simple to find it, but it's about this thing. Provider cache dir is going to behave slightly differently in the next version. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we can just skip it for now. Let's figure out what can we do with this one. Anyway, this pull request is pretty straightforward. It doesn't contain anything bad, so I can simply merge it. But wait, before merging, before merging, let's ask Denise to upgrade it at least to use 187. Yeah, because that's going to help at least with performance. Could you please upgrade to 187.0 to later to, to the latest. More than 87. Okay, yeah, should be good. And then we can merge it. Okay, dokie, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, this one. Step functions. When creating step function using the service integration policies provided by the module, there is a race condition which causes step function creation update to be triggered before policies are successfully created. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There can be plenty of cases like this. So let's see. So I'm looking into this code just to understand where he is using some like maybe cross references. And what is actually error message? What was error message? So the error message was that update failed because access denied for the role is not authorized to create managed what? Managed rule. What is managed rule? So like first thing which I'm thinking about is that probably it's not authorized because it should have some sort of life cycle, create before destroy. Let's see, what was the order of creation? He says that the step function creation failed because the policy was not created successfully before the step function. Well, it was created before, but it was created only at the beginning, not during update, I guess. Because if it's problem during creation, then yes, we need to fix it. But update is pretty tricky. Okay. So what it's creating just to see it bigger. So it is creating IAM policy for this code build blah blah blah, and it immediately tries to update it state machine. Then it created this policy, it attached this policy, and by that time it already failed. Step function update to create managed rule. What is this managed rule? I'm not sure that I understand that managed rule is written like with hyphen. Maybe this is mm, some, how to say, some name. Okay. As you can see, the step function starts the modification before the policy has been created. Yeah, by running it second time, the apply works without issues. Okay, so the relation is the following. The first is that it creates step function machine, then it creates a role, and then it attach policy. I mean, in general, these three things. We should mm, mm. Well, I think that I should be looking into dependency between these three entities. So let's see, creation of step function machine itself does not depend on anything. Why? Uh, because it is used here. So it's already respecting that dependency. But uh, this IAM role, uh, so this document should be, so there should be some enforced dependencies uh, between policy attachment maybe and policy. So policy attachment, policy, and role, these three things are connected like natively because they refer to outputs of each other like this. Uh, mm. Okay, I like my kind of way of solving problems is by going into Terraform provider documentation and uh, looking into recent uh, problems which were mentioned here. State machine versions. Provider produced inconsistent final plan, which is not related to the problem I'm experiencing here, but still maybe it is related. And it was like half year ago. Is it related to? It's related only to state machine versions. Yeah, which is not even supported yet for us. Okay, let's look into issues and once more, let's look into which version. 550, which is, actually 550. Oh my God, it's too old. Maybe that's 550 was June. So yeah, normal suggestion is to upgrade Terraform AWS provider, but I want to see if I go here and if I search for this one, update step function, eventual consistency. Sounds very similar um, to what we have here. Provider is newer. Waiting, update, eventual consistency. Yeah, no, it's not the same. I mean, from module point of view, the code is written correctly. Mm. So, um, and this is pretty hard to figure out how to fix it, mm, because a lot of things is happening here. What I always ask people to remove everything what is not related and just make very small, precise problem case. Mm. Okay, so let's try Soto. It's funny that it says hand pink waving. Wave to you back, but my hand is not pink. And hi Dan as well. Okay, so let's suggest something. First suggestion will be please try upgrading Terraform AWS provider to be new than 5.10. I guess this was a version 5.10. No, newer than 5.11. Newer than 5.11. Uh, fine. Also, code in the module is written correctly, is written in a way that handles and that and then is between resources correctly. Mm, It was a function machine. I am role. I am policy. I am policy attachment. So that we should be doing in module. Please open issue. Okay. Mm, Let's move on. Not much to do here. Although it would be good to prevent this, yeah, this kind of issues. Okay, one more thing. Similar kind of situation. Oh, I remember when Terraform started, there were so many people who wished us to handle situation when update happens, and we need to somehow figure out or to make it work when you change some like their internal resource, uh, which creates recreation of everything upstream, and this was just impossible to do. So think about if you want to make VPC and then you want to change Cedar block for it. Of course, it will try to recreate everything. So yeah, that was a lot of challenges back then, but then people start to understand that it's not possible to do so flexible. So we we're kind of safer for a while. Let's see whether a new trigger policy is required because something has changed in the API gateway. I get the following error. The statement ID provided already exists. Please provide a new statement ID or remove the existing statement ID. Which resource was it even? A Lambda permission. Okay. Yes, in Lambda permission you can do, let's see. In Lambda permission, I'm pretty sure you can provide your own seed. Was it in main? Lambda permission. You can provide your own statement ID. Oh, let's point to this one. But let's take a look where so Lambda permission is going through allowed triggers, this one. And here he has service and source RM. What he should be doing is he has to provide statement ID inside of allowed triggers. Here is quite opposite. This person has provided a lot of very concise piece of code, which is easy to understand. So yeah, it looks good. This triggers the creation of a new policy to be created in, yeah, exactly, a very concise way. I like it very much. Go on. Adding Lambda permission, resource conflict statement ID provided already exists. Excellent. So we need to tell that this line and this one just no. You should be able to provide an update ID. So it's going to be here, and statement ID will be, so by default it's using each key, but we will use what we can use. We can use something like format. Something like this. And then it will be var verb. What else is unique in this case? He said something about HTTP methods somewhere. Is to log into console. No, just need to log into console. This triggers the creation of new window to be created because API method. Method. It was already here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different variables. Let's put them here, and we are done. like this. You should be able to provide and close. Okay, let's move on. Some CloudFront stuff. Okay, does anyone have any questions or ideas or proposals? Nope. Okay, then let's continue. CloudFront continuous deployment policy. Oh, I remember this was such a big problem for many people, like for many years, who were saying like, oh, why CloudFront is so slow? Well, because CloudFront returns that it's done only when it's really done, not when it receives your kind of request, but has not yet propagated changes. And then they introduced this continuous deployment policy. And now there is support in Terraform for that. So let's take a look into this one. If you want to create staging distribution, set this to true. I'm not sure what is staging means in this case. But okay, if you want to create primary distribution with a continuous deployment policy, set this to the ID of the policy. This argument should be set production distribution. Sounds scary, and I have no clue what is it. But let's see. At least the support here should be obvious. So a couple things added: staging and continuous deployment policy ID. But yeah, the point of the module again is that we need to think about whether we can provide creation of this resource inside of say inside of Terraform or not. Probably we should. And I can see that there are a lot of different parameters. Well, not a lot, but still many of these parameters should be supported. Session stickiness, traffic config, stage and distribution DNS names. Okay, let's take a look at in general, what is this thing? Because I don't understand completely what is it. Using CloudFront to safely validate. Okay, so it's like canary deployments where you deploy some things here, or mirroring. Some events goes here, some events goes there, right? Primary traffic configuration. Right, so it's just routing requests to different origins. Okay, let's see what is safely test and validate your CloudFront distribution. Okay, so as long as we are not going to create these resources in the module, users will have to create these things somehow outside. Is it a good strategy? I guess we can live with it because it will be added later when we want. But right now it's okay if user will provide this value externally created. So let's go back. Let's take a look. So this is fine. User specify whether it is staging. Let's see, where is this CloudFront? Actually, we don't support a lot of these resources yet, so CloudFront is not supporting all of this. So, but okay, where is this CloudFront distribution? Distribution. Here is it. So what is staging? But it defaults to false. And another continuous deployment policy. Identify continuous deployment policy. Okay. So, so changes inside of example looks good. Changes inside of this code looks very simple and also very good. This description is good. Though normally we would say null because we don't want to say it. But yeah, it's okay because we already have false here. Fine. Yeah, looks very good. Looks very good. And let's take a look. This pull request 130 closes issue 131. So we need to put somewhere in description closes 131. Date, and we can say added support for staging distribution. Okay, and can squash and merge. Okie dokie. Let's see next. Ooh, SSM parameter. It's been a while since I touched this module. And this module is not so actively used, I guess. Let me take a look. No, where is it? Inside. Just want to see how many people download it. Yeah, just 1,600 clones a day. Yeah, not a lot, but okay. Still, it's pretty good, I think. Not very active. Yeah, just me and you, June, contributed there. And now Pranav is opening new issue there. Okay, let's see. Ignore changes to the version when ignore value changes is set to true. What? So if it is well, I need to figure out what is it about. Does anyone understand what is it about? Ah, no. Right. So inside of Terraform code, he used this value replaced me, but then he changed it outside, and he says that use this value. But the thing is that this is changes to version. This is part of objects have changed outside of Terraform, which is not a result of the plan yet. The plan is shown after this, or will be shown after. Terraform is complaining that changes have been performed outside of Terraform, which is fine, because they were performed outside of Terraform. What's important is that you see inside of plan. Let's take a look here. Insecure value and value is already in ignored changes. So it's already happening here. So we have two parameters. One is where everything is as is, and then another one where it is ignored. So that's pretty much expected behavior, because this is expected behavior because uh, because in fact value has been changed outside of Terraform, outside of Terraform. It is also important to see that plan is not planning to revert those changes back to the original value. This is expected behavior because value has been changed outside of Terraform. See that the plan which is I'm afraid to even go to Terraform issues and search for this problem, because it was a few years ago. It was 0.15.4 when this behavior was introduced. So let's see here. Ta-da. I guess this is it. Nope. Ignore the fact. No, where is it? No changes. No. So somewhere here we need to search probably for this string. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. No, it's not this one. No, but yeah, similar outstanding issue. Hmm. Yeah, anyway, maybe this was, as far as I remember, Kolya was very active in this issue. It was, and it was a long time ago. Hmm. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, it was 0.15.4, but which issue was it? Is locked, too heated. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that was it. This was, yeah, exactly. That was the issue. Oh, time flies, really. It's almost 3 years already. Anyway, the problem with this one is that mm, how to look. Yeah, I guess we can just point um, point to this comment and say uh, more details. Yeah. This is expected behavior in the module. Okay, that's it. Yeah, but yeah, I kind of agree that if you say that you want to ignore the changes, that's it. You don't care what's going on there. But yeah, let's move on. EventBridge. EventBridge. No bug report, just a question. Okay, good start, Julian. How is it possible to have multiple rules which all use the same target? Uh, how? How to do this? Hmm. How to do? Hmm. How to do? I have no clue how to do this. Let me think about it. This is not possible. What is not possible? I got a target is object. But this is also not possible. Okay, let's start with what is possible. Hmm. I don't understand what is possible, first of all. And the way to find out is just by looking into example and figure out what format is expected. So rules should be maps of maps. Okay. Okay. Rules have no relations to um, yeah, rules have no relations to anything. Then inside of orders, we have the same key, which is orders, email, crons. Here we have also orders, email, crons. If we need to have the same, so targets this thing, RDS instance events, RDS instance events, that's fine. But then inside of it, we have uh, list of maps. So list of maps. Good, good. So what is not possible with this one? I don't know. Looks decent. Name is MS Teams notification. Yeah, sure. Use different names. What? Use different names. That's it. Two different items produce the key. Yeah, because target is pure rule, so that's why it should be unique. The last code snippet is almost correct, but since target is pure rule in event bridge, right? They cannot be shared. Target or yeah, they cannot be shared. But since the target is per the rule in EventBridge service, you need to provide unique name to each of them. Okay. Call it something like each of them. For example, notification RDS instance event. Instance events. And so on. Yep. The last code snippets. Good. Okay. One more. Oh, oh, this is scary. Let's skip this one. What about this one? Right, let's take a look into this one. Use a new condition key source org path and source org ID. This allows log publishing from source originate inside the org. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, motivation is to be able to send logs from anywhere in my org to S3 bucket. Yeah, looks good. The kind of reasoning is very logical. Let's see how the implementation is. Oh, organization. Okay. So the thing is that allow policy source org ID. And condition is if there is anything, then create source org ID. Okay. Can this be multiple things? Yes, this should be possible. So instead of string equals, it should be support for multiple things because I may have different organizations. I like when I don't have to merge code immediately, but instead suggest some improvements. I hope they're improvements. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so this is almost good, but a little bit, yeah, a little bit polishing. Yeah, well, overall the change is good, but we need to already have support for plural, like here, policy source accounts, buckets, org IDs, and that's please update the code to support list of org IDs like we already have for uh, list of org IDs like the rest. Very good. Okay, start review. Okay, Graham. Yeah, yeah, the logic is good and definitely mm, makes perfect sense. Okay, well, I think okay, let's take a look into this one. It's going to be the last one. This PR adds another level for multi-provider configuration when calling this module with for each. I commented the example because pre-commit broke due to this. Well, let's take a look. I'm excited. I'm super excited. Okay. Right. Hmm. Okay, what is going on here? So clone this module into local module. No, that's already bad strategy. Modify configuration aliases for AWS provider. Modify resources in the module. What? Pass in your. Ooh. This is not example. This is a book. Hmm. And all of this is just to work around limitation of Terraform. But okay, let's take a look on other examples and see if we can do something about it. I don't understand what's going on here. Now this should be working example, not like a book where you require user to fork it, clone it, change it. Either it works or not. Okay, let's take a look what we talked about in the past. All right, so he made changes. So like he figured out the solution, he, uh, he wrote it here. I was so excited, like I reacted with all possible reactions, which means like I'm overexcited. And then I propose, but we can have it added somewhere here, and then he edited. So let's think mm, what is preventing us um, from having this as working example, really. Cloning this module to support multi-provider, well, that all has to be implemented as is. Right, so then, mm, well, like I just cannot accept it uh, because it's simply very much against what we do here. We never endorse people to clone, modify, and do whatever is necessary. So, could you please update this PR and make it 100% working without asking user to do magic step like cloning, modifying, etc. We can't merge the PR like this, and yeah, like this. Please update. And that's it. I think that's enough for today. I can close. Plenty of things can be closed, close, close. Yes. Okay, that's it for today. And let me see. Thanks everyone for joining, and I wish you to have great Friday and weekend. And see you next week. As always, please provide feedback if you have any. I would love to hear feedback because I believe that it will be more relevant for people to listen and to learn something. Bye.